Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel, and we are continuing with more F1 2020 My Team Season 3. Let's start off with a sponsorship renewal. We will just renew the sponsor with Xenon Dynamics because that is a company that has given us a lot of money for our performances throughout the season. Before we proceed, of course, we got to check our R&D screen here. We got 2,536 resource points to our name. Okay, we're going to do the front nose cone first. We're going to do a standard development, only 9% failure. And I think this was a 900 or so resource points, so we will trigger the minor upgrade in the near future. Let's do chassis. Let's upgrade a chassis for 5 million. We have the time and the resources for it. So we got our final major upgrade from the durability department. Our durability is looking pretty good, if I say so myself. We got all these ultimates that need work, so we will work on that in the near future. We are the most durable car on the circuit. I think we're first in everything, so we are looking splendidly well. I want to trigger this minor upgrade before we head in. We have 1,111 resource points available. We'll use 950 for this minor calipers upgrade. Let's just get it over with, so that'll be ready for the next Grand Prix, I believe, or just after. The car is set. We're ready for the Grand Prix. I'm going to do the practice programs in the race weekend at the Zandvoort, of course, the home Grand Prix for Max Verstappen, and I will see you for qualifying afterwards.
Okay, I know you're eager to get out there, but I'm going to need you to be patient for a few minutes. We're just trying to zero in on an oil leak.
So we have a problem on the lubrication system, but that is no big deal. We had a splendid practice session in Zandvoort. If we take a look at our session info, can I show you guys? Okay, maybe I'll just edit it in. I am testing something out, which is we have an allotted set of components for the engine, and I'm going to use the worn out parts, or column 1, for practices in the near future, and then use column 2 for races and see how long that lasts. Of course, we will continue the durability upgrades in the coming Grand Prix, so hopefully we'll max out on durability and have a sturdy car for the whole Grand Prix season. Anyway, durability is hitting us today. Lubrication system fault, which is just 5 minutes. It's quite easy. Zandvoort circuit is pretty easy, I think. My setup has changed slightly. I'm starting to get to know the circuits and the car setups a little more, so I decided to opt for better aerodynamics and etc. So aerodynamics 4.7 wings, transmission is 50-50, suspension geometry 290 and 140, and then 0.05 and 0.2 in the on the toes. And then suspension wise, it's 133 and an 835. Brakes are 100% and 50%, and the tires are on their minimum pressures on 21 psi in the fronts and then 19.5 in the rears. I think that has given me the best time so far, and I am following that suit. Previous Grand Prix and other Grand Prix, I had similar setups and they worked out very well. So I'm going to try this out at Zandvoort. I am currently, according to the qualifying pace program, I'm currently 3rd fastest on the track, but we will see what happens in qualification today. Our first lap of Q1 is a 109, maybe 109.9. Not good enough. I'm super slow, mainly because I missed out on a couple turns, but let's see if we can improve on that time. Our second lap of Q1 is approximately 4 or 5 tenths faster. We set at P10. I think that should be good enough to see us through, but we do need to improve on this time in the next session. So let's hope. Session is over. We sit P10. Max Verstappen in P3 with 109.1. We are 109.4, so approximately 3 tenths slower, but we are 1 second, 1.2 seconds behind Valtteri Bottas, who leads Q1. Knocked out of Q1 are Latifi, Magnussen, De Vries, Aitken, Grosjean, and Giovinazzi. Let's just go on into qualifying 2 and see what we can do there. I feel good about this one. First lap of Q2 is a 109.03. Oh god, it's going straight on, but Yeah, we're sitting in P3. I think that should be good enough to see us into Q3. Let's see. Indeed it is. P3 is good enough. We maintain our P3 finish. Charles Leclerc is just up ahead with 1.08.9. Max Verstappen with the fastest lap with a 108.3. So we are approximately 7/10 slower than Max Verstappen on optimum conditions. Knocked out are Schumacher, Gasly, Albon, Stroll, Hamilton, and Norris. Hamilton is struggling on this circuit once more. Don't know what's happening to him. Maybe he is nearing the end of his lifetime in Formula One. I don't know. Maybe his career is coming to an end. But we shall see what we can do in Q3 and if we can get a front row with Max Verstappen. First lap of Q3. We are coming up to the line at 1.09. Ay. Not good enough, not good enough. We got to return to garage, put on a new set of soft tires, and let's go again. Alright, our second lap is a lot better. 5/10 faster than before. We are just behind Max Verstappen. Nice. We are doing very well. Let's see if that is enough to see us maintain our front row start. So it is not good enough. We get bumped out by Bottas and Kvyat. So Max Verstappen gets P2 now. He doesn't get pole. Bottas gets pole instead with a 108.4. There we go. Max Verstappen just behind him with a 108.6. And then Daniel Kvyat just behind him with a 108.7. We are just behind that with a 108.8. So it's about a 1/10 of a second gap between each of the drivers in the top 4. Well, I know I can get a great start, and then I know we can maintain the race well, and of course race strategy means everything, so I'm confident going in that we can get at least a podium. Hopefully we can get 1-2. Let's head on into the race.
Welcome along then to the North Sea coast and Zandvoort, 25 miles away from Amsterdam, and the host for today's Dutch Grand Prix. It's a race the great Jim Clark won on 4 occasions, leading for an astonishing total of 370 laps. A lap of this short 2.6 mile Zandvoort circuit features 14 corners, 10 to the right and 4 to the left. The main straight is 678 metres long and heads into turn 1, the Tarzan corner. With DRS down the main straight into the braking zone, that could be the best overtaking opportunity on the track. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Kvyat, Lucky, Sergio Perez and Ricciardo, Leclerc, Sainz, Ocon and George Russell, Norris, Hamilton, Lance Stroll and Albon, Gasly, Schumacher, Antonio Giovinazzi and Roman Grosjean, Aitken, De Vries, Magnussen and Nicholas Latifi. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
Indeed, another top 10 finish is plausible. We will also try to push for a podium today. Edit our strategy a little. Let's see if we can punch in a medium stint in between and whether that will be faster. No, it will not be faster. So that one stint of soft to hards is optimum. Let's see if there's... Okay, we can get a little faster by pitting on lap 12, so we will do that. We shall do that. We will drop our fuel load to just under 36. It looks like 35.9 laps is optimum, or rather that's the only limit that we can go to. So let's get ready to start this race and let's hope to push for podium. Here we go, starting right behind Max Verstappen at Zandvoort. Of course, the Dutch fans going crazy over Max Verstappen as we get going here. 5 red lights. Rich overtake engaged, trying to push forward. Bottas trying to protect the inside line here, and he does so very well. Oh goodness, gotta push against Bottas here. We maintain P2 though.
Keep pushing. Let's capitalize on that first lap.
Oh god. My overtake was on during that stint, but that's fine. Taking a little bump on the wall there, but that's fine. Let's catch Bottas here. We know the car has straight line speed. Faster than the Mercedes as well, so first lap, Bottas gets fastest lap of course, being the first across the line. He is extending the gap slightly, but let's see if we can keep the pressure on him. I think we got the better exit out of there than Bottas, but he does zoom ahead. Alright, second lap is almost done. Yellow flag all of a sudden. Someone crashed? Someone retiring?
Is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Ooh, oh no!
Safety car. Reduce speed immediately.
Max Verstappen's out of the race. No!
Drop your speed.
How?
Delta is too low and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. Wait for green.
Alright, green flag running. Bottas is just up ahead. Max Verstappen drops out of the race. That is such a shame. Don't know what problem it is. Our car is decent on durability. I don't know what happened to him. Darn it.
Okay, the gap behind is 2.6 seconds.
Ooh, Bottas just lost his rear there. That's fine. We capitalize on those. Do you guys see rain? There's rain. There's rain falling. I wasn't expecting rain. Let's see if we can push on Bottas now. We got Rich and overtake engaged. We are setting some purple sectors on this track.
You're increasing the gap on the car behind by 0.5 per lap.
Applying pressure on Bottas here. Trying to continue pushing on him. Uh-oh, he's extended further than the DRS range. I need to get back at him. Yes, Bottas had a slip there. Come on. We capitalize on those. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Rich, we're so close. Oh, we're right on his tail. Oh, Bottas had a mistake there. Come on, make a mistake, Bottas. I still have DRS on him, so it is catchable. I think I just need to drive better.
We expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
So Bottas should also be losing grip. Surely now we can push on Bottas. We gotta get this move done quick.
The track conditions aren't improving. It's your choice as to whether you want to fit the wets next time you come in.
Alright, so we're on the cusp of intermediates and dries.
Pulling out a second lap on the car behind.
The car behind isn't the problem, the driver in front is. I need to catch Bottas. Alright, Bottas is pitting. We got the lead. Weather.
That last lap was a 1:13.0.
Weather report.
Light rain will stay with us for at least 20 minutes, maybe more. Light rain is here to stay. Dries seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Okay, so dry compound tires are the best. So we gotta keep going. Bottas pits early, I don't know why. Maybe he's going the soft medium medium strategy. We are going soft hard strategy. Here we go, dipping in for our pit stop now, switching on to hards, and then we're seeing out the rest of the Grand Prix on these hards. Let's go. Alright, we got Kvyat, Leclerc, Perez, and Sainz behind us. I think they're also all pitting for their hard compound tires. Beautiful. Come on. Oh, that's a late service. 3.1 service. What are you guys doing? What have you guys... I have no idea what my pit crew's doing. They've been sleeping. They've been caught napping. We gotta go ahead of Bottas. Come on, please, 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 please. Okay, at least we're ahead of Bottas. He's on softs again. Maybe he's doing the soft medium strategy, Bottas. Alright, Perez pits now. Bottas is still going, of course, on his, what, two lap old softs. Ah, poor exit there. Poor exit. Alright, we got decent pace on these tires. I mean, all red sectors, but we're still maintaining a decent lead against Bottas. He's on soft tires, of course, but we are doing well to keep him behind us. Gotta keep fighting here. This rain is also not leaving. Like, I don't know if we do have to switch over to wet tires soon. I mean, right now we're driving pretty well on these dry compound tires. So I think we should be good. I think we should be able to see out this rain. But if conditions do become worse, I do have to strategize a switch to intermediate soon. Ooh, Bottas tried it. Bottas tried it. Fended him off well on the inside line. Halfway through the Grand Prix now, or almost halfway through, lap 18. Let's see. Still ahead of Bottas, maintaining it well. Everyone else is on hards except for Bottas. Look at that, Norris is way behind us now, 10 seconds. Bottas and I have some optimum pace going here around this circuit. I think we're doing quite well to keep Bottas on the soft compound tires behind us. Of course, now that more laps are being done, his soft compound tires are wearing out. So I think our hard compound tires are still reaching their optimum laps. So we're still warming them up pretty much. Okay, Bottas is still behind us. Tried something there nearly. I'm sure he has DRS on us. Oh my goodness, Bottas is far behind now. I don't know why. Did we get... I didn't take a collision warning. There was no collision, as far as I know. But he is falling way behind now. 2.2. Did Bottas push too hard and get a puncture or something? I don't know. If so, he would have pitted. But he is now almost 2 seconds behind us now.
Okay, even though we're seeing cars struggle in these conditions, if we pit for inters now, we're going to be too slow and we'll burn them out. Make the best of it for the time being.
Alright, so Jeff has just informed us that some cars are struggling out there as I take that turn wide. I can tell Norris is now 12 seconds behind me, but he is saying tough it out on dry compound tires, which I am right now. I mean, I do have some grip, which is a good sign pretty much for these cars. Like if I start sliding around, that's when we gotta dip in for intermediates, but it seems like dry is optimum right now. Alright, if we take a look here on our left, Bottas is catching us, but it seems like there is a retirement on the track. A blue car, is that Kvyat? It looks like Kvyat is retiring? Question? Or did he get spun out? I think he may have been spun out as he re-enters the field. Yeah, he was spun out. I'm gonna take a look on the replays and then see what happened and probably find footage of it, but dang. He spun out somewhere. Okay, I am starting to lose grip. This is bad. I think we can firm it. Hold on. Let's take a look at our tire wear. Our tire wear isn't too bad, is it? Yeah, our tire wear isn't too bad. It's as expected, 30%. Tire temperatures are good. If they overheat, they tear easily, or rather, they get worn out easily. So far so good. Weather report.
We'll be seeing at least 20 minutes of light rain. Dries seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Really? Okay. I'm starting to lose grip on this track. It's a bad sign. Ooh, like, look at that. Where did that come from? I need to be careful. Oh boy. I feel like we're on the cusp of intermediates and dries, so... I mean, I'll firm it right now, since Jeff is telling me dries are the best. And I think I can still drive on dries right now. Ooh, okay, nearly bumped into the wall there, but lap 30, we're still going strong. Grip on the track is kind of falling away, so it is a bit of a worry, but right now, no problems. No problems yet. Alright, lap 34. Catching some backmarker cars now. Let's see if we can get some overtakes done at the next couple of laps or corners. I don't know. I'm focusing so much on the drive now. Let's see if we can catch these backmarkers. Not with slidey rears here. Caught up with them. There we go. Good exit now. Magnussen is behind us. De Vries is next. This is the most action you will see in this video for some time, because it's been very calm here. De Vries overtaken very violently though. Jeez, my car is losing traction. Giovinazzi up ahead. Latifi ahead of him, so let's see. Oh, Giovinazzi gave us DRS, alright. Whoa, Giovinazzi lost his back end there. Alright, Latifi's next. Ooh, nearly lost the car there. A little slipstream off. Okay, he moved. Final lap of the race. I mean, it's been a relatively quiet Grand Prix for us. Storming away in the lead after overtaking Bottas for his pit stop. And then just stayed on the hard compound tires. Bottas had this momentum going. Bottas had some momentum going for some time with his medium compound tires. But, I don't know. He just lost time as the rain started falling a little harder. And he finds himself in P4. I guess he was stuck in traffic and then the tire issues came into play. But yeah, it seems like Ferrari are pushing again. They might secure a P2 and P3 unless Perez gets overtaken by Bottas in the next couple turns, because this is the final lap here. Winning it for the Netherlands fans today, because Max Verstappen had to retire from the session, but here we are, Su Motorsport getting pole finish here. P1 finish for the Dutch fans. Here we go. Crossing the line, P1.
Absolutely awesome. Just amazing. Well done.
Many doubted whether they could pull off the win here in Zandvoort, but they have done, and done it in spectacular style. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Well, this was a real team victory. They put together a solid strategy today that appeared well suited to the conditions out on track. The driver did everything that was expected of them in the moment to really execute the team's plan to perfection, a shining example of how F1 really is a team sport.
Here comes your top three making their way down to the podium for what can only be described as a fantastic day for Formula One.
Doing a little dance there on the podium. Yeah, we secure P1. Verstappen should have been up there, but sadly he does not finish. But Leclerc and Perez maintain their P2 and P3 finishes, so Ferrari is another strong contender for the Constructors' Championship. So here are the results of the Dutch Grand Prix at Zandvoort. We get P1. Charles Leclerc and Perez round out the podium as we saw earlier. Bottas gets fastest lap but finds himself in P4. Sainz, Russell, Norris, Ocon, Hamilton, and Stroll round out the rest of the top 10 points positions. Albon, Ricciardo, Gasly, Kvyat, Aitken. Oh no, Kvyat is far down again. We'll see what happened earlier. Aitken, Schumacher, Grosjean, Latifi, Giovinazzi, and Magnussen and De Vries round out the rest of the grid. Max Verstappen sadly does not finish the race. Let us take a look at the race director and see what was up. We had the cleanest race of all time today. No track extension and only a small collision with Bottas. Max Verstappen had a collision with us, but he had a mechanical failure. And I guess that resulted from a collision with Ocon, who knows. But yeah, poor Verstappen couldn't perform on his home Grand Prix. Let's check the standings here. Max Verstappen is still in the lead with 88 points despite not making any points today. We climbed the ladder a little bit closer to Max Verstappen, 11 points behind him after our victory today. Bottas is also climbing, Perez is climbing as well, and Lewis Hamilton is missing out. Perez and Hamilton on equal points of 40 points, Bottas just ahead with 46. So the gap between us and Bottas is still significant, 31 points in total, but if we do make a mistake, it is going to cost us, so we got to keep pushing. Looking at the constructor standings now, we see Su Motorsport ahead with 165. Our race victory today secures us 25 points. That continues to extend our lead at the top. Mercedes are just behind with 86 points. Ferrari climbing ahead with 78 points in total so far in P3. McLaren on 52, and I think some of them are overtaking Red Bull, Racing Point, Renault, and AlphaTauri. I think that's Ferrari jumping all of them. So yeah, quite interesting to see that Ferrari are suddenly, storming ahead and trying to secure some points. I mean, they are P3 right now. They could be a contender for the constructor standings. We started P4 and our stunning start brought us up to the front of the grid, almost in P2, I believe, getting just ahead of Max Verstappen right there, as well as Kvyat, was it, who was in P3? Yep. And we tried to chase down Bottas and trying to overtake him on our soft compound tires, and we couldn't get the fastest lap. Bottas was, I think, a couple milliseconds faster than us and secured the fastest lap. And I mean, I tried my best here, driving as fast as I could, finding pace wherever I could, trying to make the best turns as possible, and yet Bottas stormed ahead. And I mean, kudos to him for maintaining P1 for the time that he was in P1. But the thing was rain. The rain just came out of nowhere. It was dry conditions all around though, which was a good thing because I didn't want to change to intermediates, and it was a good gamble that we did to stay on the dry compound tires. I think the optimal strategy was soft to hards. A lot of drivers did that as well, but Bottas opted for the soft mediums, and he did have a small spurt at the end trying to attack a bunch of the forerunners, but sadly he got caught out on P4. Maybe could have pushed a little harder and caught Perez, but the rain was causing a lot of problems for him. We did very well here as well after we overtook Bottas with the undercut, was it, I think? No, he got the undercut on us, and then we overcut on the first pit stop, but we did very well to keep Bottas behind us during our hard compound stint, and we had pace for it too. I mean, Bottas was on soft compound tires, and I wasn't sure if he was going to overtake us, but thankfully we maintained our lead against him. But what a stunning race it was. Sad that Max Verstappen couldn't finish it, but we still pulled a P1 out of the bag. Next up, I don't know what Grand Prix it is. My mind's everywhere, but next Grand Prix we will try to replicate that. And yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video today. If you did, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe using the red button down below, and hit the notification bell right next to that subscribe button so that you're notified when the next video goes live. As always, I hope you guys are doing splendidly well, and until the next video, I hope you stay safe, and I'll see you next time.
just you.